Let's talk about working with some of these columns and rows. First of all, let's clear. If I want to clear these first 3 rows, I'm going to select them all. I want to use the Edit pull-down menu. Because I'm in full screen, you can't see the pull-down menus, but all I have to do is hover at the top, and there they are. So there's the Excel and the File and Edit, View, Insert. And we'll talk about this in a minute, that those are very similar to the tabs along here on the ribbon. There's a lot of the functions can be done in multiple different places and in multiple different ways. You'll learn the keyboard shortcuts for a lot of these as well as you move along. So if I want to use Edit, Clear, All, that clears those contents, and you notice that nothing else moved, everything else is the same. It's just cleared what was in those first 3 rows. Let's contrast that with the idea of delete. So if I select row 1 and click Edit, Delete, it might sound the same, clearing it and deleting it, but watch what happens with the rest of your data. Did you see it? It was kind of subtle, but it all moved up 1 row. So you actually took out that row. You now only have 2 rows here. You've got a new row 1. What was in row 5 is now in row 4. So that whole row was deleted, and the remaining rows were moved up. We can insert. So let's see. I'm going to select column or row 1 again, and under the Insert menu, I can choose cells or rows. In this case, it would be the same. I'm going to insert rows, and everything has moved back down, and I've inserted a nice clean row above there. You can also right-click to pull up that insert. All right, well, you practice what you know and delete column A. And why don't you practice what you know and insert a new row above row 2? What if I want to make column A wider? If I hover right between the header for A and B, you see that my cursor changes from the down arrow to a double-headed arrow, a push me pull you. And if I click and hold right on that division between those 2 columns, I can click and drag and make A wider. B didn't change size, everything else just got pushed over. A is just now wider. If I just want to fit the columns to the size of the data in them, I can just hover right until I get that push me pull you, and then double click, and it automatically adjusts to the size of the data. So in this case, there was only small numbers in there, and it's shrunk right down. I could do that for the whole. Let's practice what we know. Let's put those together, to put 2 skills together. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to find any one of those push me pull yous and double click, and any cells, any columns, or any columns with data in them have automatically resized to fit the data that's in them, and the others are all still at the standard, whatever it is, their standard width. We can also do the same with the rows. They also have those push me pull yous. We had them all selected, so any change we made applied to all of them. Let's hide a column. So I'm going to select column E and F, and under my Format pull-down menu, column, I'm going to choose Hide. All right, are they gone? No, they're just hidden. Do you see it says A, B, C, D, G, and there's just that green line there that's showing you there is information still here, I've just hidden it from view right now. Okay, let's unhide it. To unhide, we're just going to select the 2 columns next, surrounding that, and come up to Format, Column, Unhide, and it will unhide those. Often when you're working with spreadsheets, you want to keep a header row and maybe a label column visible even when you've scrolled away from the top left corner of the spreadsheet. To do that, we use the Freeze Panes feature. So I'm going to click into cell B2 because often we've got a single header row and a single label column. So we want to keep A and 1 visible all the time. So I'm clicking into B2, which is to the bottom, is below and to the right of the columns that we want to keep visible. And I'm coming up to the window pull-down menu, and I'm going to choose Freeze Panes. And what's happened, you can see a little, very subtle gray line. And as I scroll down, you can see that the top line, that row 1 is staying there. So maybe we have our group labels here. And as we scroll down, we can see that those are staying constant. And as we scroll across, we can see that that A is also staying fixed.